All right, man, peace. So, brothers, there's a major bout coming up this weekend between Mr. Deontay Wilder and Mr. Tyson Fury. And the reason why this bout is going to be so major is because it's going to have some reverberations in regards to who will get the opportunity to attempt to establish who is the preeminent heavyweight in this modern era. Because one would assume that whoever wins this fight is going to be the eventual opponent for Mr. Anthony Joshua. Now, both Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder have issues with and history with Anthony Joshua in regards to their attempts to have a fight made with him. That's going to be a story for another day. Once that fight gets made, hopefully it will get made soon. Now, I recently released a video in which Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury sat down with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, and they discussed their respective perspectives in regards to how they feel like a fight between the two of them will go, and they were relatively respectful towards one another. But as usual with major fights, as the anticipation builds and the build-up leads to a crescendo, the fighters become more and more disrespectful, and that's okay. You're supposed to have a certain amount of enmity between you when you're going to get in the ring, and your life is going to be on the line. Well, we're on the eve of the fight, and Mr. Deontay Wilder recently gave an interview in which he's going to give even more insight in regards to what his mindset is going to be for this fight. So, of course, they're going to talk about it, and I'm going to chime in.
Back to TMG Sports, Evan here with Van Lathan. Michael did that. We are just days away from the biggest heavyweight boxing fight of the year. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, two undefeated champions who are killers in the ring, are going to be facing off in Los Angeles December 1st. You can see it live on Showtime pay-per-view. This is going to be a massive fight. But Van, you are the biggest fight fan in the house. Tell me about this thing real quick. Perfect.
Well, before Van speaks, let me say this. I'm already on record as stating that I do believe that this is going to be a very competitive and close fight. I think that whichever fighter is able to establish their jab the best and is more consistent with their jab throughout the fight is going to win. If the fight were to go to a decision, I would lean towards Tyson Fury because I think that he's a little bit slicker than Deontay. But once again, whoever is more concerned with making sure that they establish their jab as a staple in the fight is going to win the fight. When you watch Tyson Fury box, he likes to keep his lead hand down. He likes to showboat in the ring and stick his chin out. He likes to make his opponent miss and try to counter. He is going to have a slight height advantage on Deontay, very slight. And as we know, Deontay, he loves to go on for the power shot. Now, due to the fact that Tyson Fury likes to hold his left hand down, one would think that Deontay will be trying to set him up for overhand right, but we'll see. Sometimes Deontay's shots are a bit wide, which I think will create openings for Tyson Fury as a counterpuncher. So that's why this fight is so compelling. My interest is very piqued in regards to who is going to win. Many people might not quite be sure or know about Tyson Fury. He is a very accomplished, pure boxer. I don't think that he's going to be a pushover. I mean, anybody can get caught early, but thus far he's undefeated. So one would think that his chin has been tested. By the time you get to the championship level, your chin has been tested to a certain degree. Now we know that Deontay Wilder has an ethereal level of power, so we'll see if Tyson Fury can withstand it.
Perfect fight. It's a perfect fight for a lot of reasons. Two guys from different backgrounds, two guys with different styles. Deontay Wilder is undefeated, the WBC champ. Tyson Fury was the first guy in a long time to put a loss on Vladimir Klitschko back in the day and took the lineal heavyweight champion from him. Yeah, Tyson.
Vladimir Klitschko was always a straight up and down meat and potatoes fighter. As soon as he got into the ring with another fighter, another boxer who was taller than him and had a longer reach than he had, which was something that he was very unaccustomed to, he lost. And that's not to take anything away from Vladimir Klitschko. Very talented, very strong, has a lot of heart. We all know that his chin has been deemed suspect for a while, even though, as I've stated, he's always shown great resiliency. But it was always very interesting to me how he would look when he got into the ring with a fighter who was bigger and taller than him. And we saw what happened.
Tyson Fury is the undefeated lineal champion who's been away from boxing for 2.5 years.
Well, we've got one of the men, well, in my opinion, the man. Deontay's the man with the belt. Deontay Wilder joining us right now from a firehouse in Los Angeles. Deontay, how are you, man?
Man, I'm doing amazing today. It's beautiful weather out here, and beautiful people out here, and great positive energy out here. So I'm doing amazing. How about you guys?
I'm doing great, but I gotta ask the question right off the bat. What are you doing in the fire station, man?
We're at the fire station. You know, we wanted to pay respect and show these guys how grateful we are And so,
Now, obviously, Deontay is speaking about the wildfires that have plagued California recently. So I think that this is part of the promotion for the bout, that he wants to show some consideration and some sensitivity to what's been going on in California. And I do believe that they've had some issues publicizing the fight. And it's obvious that they're trying to pull at the heartstrings right now. I mean, it is what it is.
well, inviting them to the big fight on Saturday night.
That's awesome, man. I mean, this is going to be a major event. You're giving tickets away to the firemen who helped battle those fires in California?
Yes,
Well, if they're giving tickets away, all that does is confirm my sentiment that they're having problems publicizing this fight and getting people very interested in it.
yes, most definitely. You know, it takes a lot of dedication and bravery to be able to do what they do. It was an honor to be able to come down here and be able to treat these fighter fighters that risk their life. You know, I can relate to them because I risked my life in the ring, and they risk their lives outside of the ring and to help others. And man, you know, that demands respect. And I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, amazing. Deontay, this is the biggest heavyweight fight in the United States since Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis.
As we can see, Tyson Fury has a slight height advantage over Deontay Wilder. I believe he's also going to have a slight reach advantage. If I'm wrong about that, one of you brothers can correct me. Once again, the only reason why I would not outright pick Tyson Fury to defeat Deontay Wilder by decision is because he has had a 2.5-year layoff. He may still be a bit rusty. I think that he had a tune-up fight before this one a while back, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong about that, once again, one of you brothers can correct me. But I think that he would have the style that would give Deontay Wilder trouble. Not just the height and the reach and the other dimensions, but also that slick style. When a fighter like a Tyson Fury gets in the ring with someone as ferocious as Deontay Wilder, whose mindset is always on destroy and destruction, as Marvin Hagler would say, sometimes they can be outwitted. So we'll see. We'll see if Deontay is able to summon some timing, because he's going to need timing to offset the constant movement that I'm sure Tyson Fury will be trying to utilize in the fight. Now, they just had the weigh-in a few minutes ago. Tyson Fury weighed in at 256 pounds. Deontay Wilder weighed in at 212. Now, many people will say, wow, a 44-pound difference. Yes, that could be a factor in the fight if Tyson Fury were the type of fighter who was going to constantly come forward and try to hold and clinch. But I don't really see that. Tyson, for the most part, is going to be trying to box on the outside. Every once in a while, he'll try to get tricky on the inside. But Deontay is going to be the one who's going to have to utilize a lot of outside work because he's not a very good inside fighter. I actually think that Tyson is better on the inside than Deontay, and neither one of them are particularly great inside fighters. So, once again, if I had to pick who I think is going to win this fight, I would say Tyson Fury by decision, maybe split decision. And if Deontay does win, it'll probably be by knockout somewhere around round 7 or 8. But as of right now, I'm probably going to go with Tyson Fury by decision, just based off of what I've seen from him in the past. And if his team has prepared him properly enough, he should be able to avoid a lot of Deontay's wild shots. And I'm not even sure if Deontay's quote-unquote proclivities for necromancy, meaning the summoning of dead spirits, is going to be able to assist him. But who knows? We'll find out. The brother's very talented. Maybe he'll be able to get the stoppage early. I just don't see him winning by decision. And if this fight goes all 12, I just think that Fury is going to have a little bit too much for him in regards to skills and wrinkles.
Was fought over a decade ago, 2002. The firefighters are going to be in the house, but this thing is going down in Los Angeles. What's up with the celebrities? Who is going to be at the fight?
Man, it's going to be people all over the world that's going to be at this fight. You know, definitely all the stars that's coming out. This is one of the biggest fights in the world right now, and this will give everyone a clear view picture of who's the next big thing.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. I applaud you for taking this fight. You got a lot of money in your future, but I like the fact that as a heavyweight, it's not just about the accolades and the cars. You want everyone to know that you are the best heavyweight in the world, and
That's definitely something that I will give Deontay Wilder credit for. He does not run from anyone. Now, there's been accusations levied against him that he's not as straightforward as he tries to act like he is in regards to being willing to fight the best in the heavyweight division. But history shows us that he has tried to fight the Povetkins and even the Louis Ortizes earlier than he actually got to fight him, but those fighters were busted for being on performance-enhancing drugs. So one has to wonder what the exact holdup is for his bout with Anthony Joshua. We'll see, especially if Deontay is fortunate enough to win this next fight tomorrow night.
And you took a dangerous fight to make it happen. Now, having said that, what the hell?
Deontay's about to go.
What's going on? You okay, Deontay? Everything good?
Yeah, man, I thought I was able to have to go to the Call of Duty, man.
Let me say this also. Just in watching the weigh-in, when I saw Deontay weigh in at 212 pounds, and I've always stated this about his tenure as the heavyweight champion, to me it signifies the return to the quote-unquote all-natty heavyweight champions, the fighters who look like real athletes as opposed to bodybuilders and Mr. Olympias. So it's nice to see.
So,
For so long, you would watch heavyweight championship bouts and it would look like a tough man contest. Either it would be one of the fighters would look like a Mr. Olympia, all steroided up out of his mind, or both fighters will have a big old beer belly like they were fighting in a bar. So it's good to see an athletic looking cat in the ring, you know, with the V shape, who is taking great strides to perfect his conditioning and his physique for the sake of the combat.
But to answer the question, I've definitely, you know, many years I've been trying to prove to people that I am the best. You know, for some reason people always have me picked out as the villain. You know, maybe because I have a dangerous right hand, maybe because of the way I speak a certain way.
See, a lot of those big wild hooks, I have to wonder if he's going to be able to land those shots on Fury, who is relatively evasive. If he is, it'll be a short night. But if he's not, I think that Fury may be able to frustrate him. Or, if Fury is able to weather the storm, I want to see how Wilder reacts and how he's going to be able to adjust to the wrinkles that I'm pretty sure Fury is going to bring into that fight.
That I put my words in, but you know, I do it for the love of the sport. I do it because I want people to know I'm a serious competitor in this sport. I am the baddest man on the planet in this sport, and if you doubt me, I will prove you wrong. So come Saturday night, you guys will see a box.
This fight right here against Ortiz was a great experience for Wilder. Anytime you can get into the ring and put in rounds with a fighter as weathered and as experienced as a Louis Ortiz, from the amateur circuit all the way into the professionals, is going to do nothing but assist you. And then on top of that, not only is Ortiz very skilled as a craftsman in the ring, but he also has great power. So we'll see how Wilder's going to be able to translate the experience that he had with Ortiz into the bout tomorrow night against Fury.
The body on the canvas, you will see Tyson's Fury, and as I'm here at the fire station, I will put the fire out in the Fury, baby.
Listen, I got the most.
We'll see, brother. I'll be rooting for you.
The most important question of the weekend for you right here. All right, so this is the most important question that everyone in LA wants to know.
Right.
All right, let's say things go your way. You look up, Tyson Fury is on the canvas. Everybody, Deontay Wilder is the greatest heavyweight in the world right now, which I believe you to be. If you prove that Saturday night, where is the after party, Deontay? We in LA, baby. We gotta turn up.
I'll be having a private penthouse after party. You know?
No van. Van won't be there.
This is my come out party amongst the world, and to do it and to obtain victory and to celebrate, I just wanted to be with the ones that loves me the most.
And that's what you need to do, brother. You have to keep your circle very small. Keep it very small.
You know, my close people, you know, people are boxing. You know, it's going to be a lot of different people that come out, that supports me, and that loves me the most. And for this first one, that's what I wanted to do. That's why I'm having a private penthouse party. You know, just just to say, yo, we here, we made it, we finally did it.
We love you. Yeah, we love you and support you.
Yeah.
Now, the dude at the bottom left, Babcock, he stated that we love you, we support you. Well, it depends on what your definition of love is. Different people have different definitions for that word.
Hey, you know what, man? You guys come on through, man.
The only one who's going to be there is Van, and he's going to be there to see if there's going to be any hot-looking women there.
I'm pulling up. I don't know about that. I'm pulling up.
I know you pulling up, brother. You pulling up for the liquor and for the broads that you hope are going to be there.
Thank
thank you so much, man. We always love having you on the show, man. Thank you so much for doing it, and good luck. Good luck this weekend.
Do not miss the fight. It's this Saturday on Showtime pay-per-view, or for the first time ever, just buy it on the Showtime app.
My man, thank you guys so much, man. You guys have a wonderful day, and you already know.
So that's basically it on that. We'll see how the fight turns out. Once again, as of right now, I have Tyson Fury by decision, probably split decision. And if Wilder does win, it'll probably be by stoppage, somewhere in the middle to late rounds, around rounds 7, 8, maybe 9, somewhere around there. But we'll find out. So peace.